This is the future.
Okay, if you are just going to talk about the Railjack, or Empyrean Update Squad Leader, then I'm out of here. Gladly, this is not a Railjack video, and why would I even consider it as the best update when it's by far one of the worst update in Warframe history. Right now, Railjack missions are okay, and with the addition of the Voidstorm missions, it has become one of the best farming mission in the game in terms of almost everything that you need, from resources, to credits, to prime parts which you can turn into platinum. However, like I have said earlier, it's not the best update of Warframe during release, and I would not recommend Digital Extremes having the same blueprint again, as it's a total disaster. For me, the best update I have experienced so far in Warframe is an open world update, but no, it's not Plains of Eidolon. The best update for me would be the Heart of Deimos update. Okay, before you even say that it's not the best open world, let me share with you my point of view, and why I think Duviri Paradox will be a big success if Digital Extremes copy the blueprint of the Heart of Deimos update. It was the peak of pandemic, and it was a surprised update as many think it was New War, but then, when Digital Extremes teased something different, a world full of invested, the players got very intrigued. Well, as always we got all those prediction ready, only to get wasted by Digital Extremes. We have dreamed and waited for a great infested world, and it was given to us, but not what we really expected. The Cambion Drift is a thing of beauty, grotesque in a beautiful way, but the map is probably the smallest among all the open world areas. We thought also that those big infested worms are the boss fights in this open world, but then we know on the official gameplay reveal that it was only a night and day cycle for the open world. We thought we will have new weaponry, like the Zors and modular kit guns, but we don't have any. It's not the same open world as Plains of Eidolon and Fortuna, and it's a great thing in my opinion. Also, how to open world standing is treated was different. Instead of a faction system like Fortuna and Cetis, it applied something different wherein each NPC contribute to your progress in your faction, and not the same as before, wherein some of the NPCs felt a little misplaced. The mining, fishing, conservation, and open world bounties are still like the other open world areas, but instead of big boss fights, it's all isolation vaults wherein you get to fight old Orokin robots, and then get to own one after a couple of hours of farming. You see, it's not the open world area that makes Heart of Deimos the best update for me, it's the feature that this update added. First, the Necromeshs, or what I often call the corn bots. These old Orokin tech are really useful right now, and it's on the top of the food chain when it comes to Eidolon hunting, as it just breaks the limbs and the Eidolon itself easily. Even steel path levels, corn bots will destroy those big trees in the plains, and as well as those tusk thumpers. But the biggest addition of the Heart of Deimos update to Warframe is the Helminth system. The Helminth can replace Warframe abilities with those of other Warframes or even unique ones. It can be accessed through the Helminth Infirmary on the Orbiter, requiring a Helminth segment purchased from Sun in the Necrolisk for 15,000 and requires Mastery Rank 8 and Rank 3, associate with the Intrati. Now, it has been almost 2 years since the Heart of Deimos update was released, but the Helminth system is still actively used by players, and I think it will stay at its as long as Warframe will be a playable game. The thing about the Helminth system is that it doesn't just give you something that you can use and forget. It gives value to the game by providing a system wherein you can apply tons of new combos and build variation into your Warframe. Some players hated the Helminth system, and I think there are still those guys who hated it right now because, for them, it ruins the game as it takes away the uniqueness of a Warframe. However, you can't argue the fact that the Helminth system gives a lot of benefits in not just improving Warframes, but also helping us do the task easily. Just take for example the silence subsumable ability of Banshee. Because we can subsume silence right now to any Warframe, we now can easily level up our Warframes to max rank in just a couple of minutes while running solo. There is also a specific farming setup that is super efficient right now because of the Helminth system. Overall, the Helminth system did not just allow players to rework their favorite Warframe, but it also has a direct effect on the gameplay experience, making the overall farming of stuff a little less tedious. But how about the Plains of Eidolon Squad Leader? It was the best update when it came out. Well, you could say that as it's the very first open world, and there's that surprise factor because we haven't seen how open world will work with a game like Warframe. Also, in terms of rewards, there are plenty with the Plains of Eidolon update. The Zors are the best in my opinion, as you can craft your melee weapon, but aside from that, I have seen nothing special from Plains of Eidolon now that open world is a thing with Warframe. What about the rewards for Eidolon Squad Leader? The Arcanes were already part of the game, and it just got moved to the Eidolons, so I wasn't that excited about the Arcanes since I have a couple of them before even the Plains of Eidolon update came. But, I must admit that it is quite easier to get these Arcanes right now compared to the past when you should do trials to get them. I can say that Plains of Eidolon is okay, but compared to the Heart of Deimos update, Fortuna was like non-existing for me if it weren't for its catchy music. It's like a copy-paste of Plains of Eidolon, and, even if it did feature modular guns, it's nothing compared to the melee weapons that the Plains of Eidolon have. There is plenty of modular kit gun combination, but it always ends with the same meta part, and the worst part is, that it's not as strong as Zors. The Fortuna update also added building companions, but I can't just see myself using another companion after the Heart of Deimos released the Volfapilla that are immortal, and can abuse the Martyr Symbiosis mod. In my opinion, Fortuna is the weakest update among all the open world areas. Now, we all know that Zors are still part of the game, even kit guns, and Eidolons, but still, the Heart of Deimos provided a new system from which players can benefit. Sure that it's neat to craft your weapon, but adding power to your Warframe, or perfecting your Warframe, or just simply making it better is something different and more pleasing to the players in my opinion. Honestly, the Helminth system was the best feature that any update of Warframe has given to the game, and if Digital Extremes will do the same with the Duviri Paradox update this year, then it will also be a big success as the Heart of Deimos update in my opinion. I know some of you like story quests, loot, challenges, or any other usual stuff in an update, but, for me right now, as a long-time player, I would prefer a system that we can use in the long run and will not feel like players will just abandon it, or think that it never existed after a few months or years of playing something. Right now, Helminth's system is a staple feature in terms of leveling my Warframe, and making fun builds from Helminth and subsume abilities when a new Warframe comes out. I just hope that they will expand the Helminth system more, but not to the point wherein we can get 2 subsumable abilities. You all know my favorite update in Warframe. Now, it's your turn to tell me what is the best update in Warframe that made you think that I will forever play Warframe as long as it's playable. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, I would like to know if somehow we are right with the Duviri Paradox major update this year. What are the features that you would like Digital Extremes to add? Let's discuss this in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.